there, wrestling fans. Welcome to this week's edition of Superstars of the Ring. I'm your host, Eric Snook, joined alongside by... Alistair Diamond. What are you doing? Why do you have your phone out?
Why don't you have your phone out? I'm a busy man.
I
just come straight off a golf course. I was going for outside of the world for 3.5 hours. You got to get plugged in.
And just a total sign of disrespect.
What are you talking about?
This is one of the more special editions of Superstars of the Ring.
They're all special. I'm here.
Yep. We're going to have Fred Avery's last match and his retirement speech, and you are going to play on your phone, and you're just...
I'm what? Come on.
You just look like a big teal bouncy ball right now. Why are you dressed like this?
Is that funny? Have you ever golfed before?
Yeah.
This is a golf shirt.
Yeah, I see that. But this is a studio. That
I'm like a
is
3 handicap. You got to match what you're great at. I'm like a 3 handicap. I don't touch anything that I'm not good at.
Handicap is a great word for it.
No.
Yeah. Anyways,
handicap is nearly Fred Avery. He was great. I get it. He was great. Icon. In the 90s, in the 80s. It was like 28 years ago.
And in 2015, Fred Avery had his very last match here in Continental Championship Wrestling against Julian Marks back in Callahan. With the phone again. Who could you possibly be talking to?
I'm busy. Have you ever been busy? I'm busy.
You're playing...
You can't figure anything out.
You're playing Candy Crush.
No, I'm not playing Candy Crush. This is Facebook.
Just a little bit of respect.
No. I'd get some respect when y'all decide to tell me how I'm going to win my CCW Heavyweight Championship in freaking Stampede or whatever the heck y'all going to do. Y'all got to figure something out.
Oh! I didn't tell you. We have it figured out. We know what we're going to do with the CCW Heavyweight Championship.
You're going to give it to me?
I'm not going to give it to you. I am going to give you the answer.
What's the answer? I didn't ask a question.
The answer to the status of the championship. What's going to happen with the CCW Heavyweight Championship is going to be announced next week on Superstars of the Ring. So you're going to find out with everybody else.
No.
Next week.
Tell me.
I'll tell you.
I'm a front runner.
Next week. Next week. This week, like I said, very special edition of Superstars of the Ring.
Well-conditioned athlete. You can't yell in my ear like that. God. Are you talking? I can't hear. Talk now.
So anyways, guys,
talk.
This week's match of the week here on Superstars of the Ring.
Okay, keep going.
It's going to be Julian Marks against Fred Avery, making his very last appearance as a pro wrestler. Over 30 years wrestling all over the world. Had a historic, legendary career. He finished it up right here with us in Continental Championship Wrestling. It was a great match.
You don't shut up, do you? Go to the match.
All right.
Go to the match.
Let's go to this week's match of the week. Julian Marks, Fred Avery. Retirement match for Fred Avery. Enjoy, guys.
Certainly the crowd behind Fred Avery, and rightfully so.
There he goes. It's getting serious now.
Oh! Nice chops. Snapmare by Avery.
Slam in the back. This might be over before we know it.
Julian on the outside to retreat. Eric, this is the kind of action that we bring each and every week on the CC Wrestling Podcast at ccwrestling.biz, and it's a pleasure to be here every week.
Fred Avery, he's got the instincts of a veteran. He moves like he's in his prime. This isn't going to be an easy match for Julian Marks. And he's letting the crowd get to him.
Can you imagine the statement that would be made if Julian Marks would defeat Fred Avery on his final match here in CCW?
I just don't even want to think about that. That's too much to comprehend right now.
Little stomp on the fingers of
That won't win the match, but that'll make him mad.
Well, if you don't know how that feels, Eric, why don't you try slamming your fingers in the car door a few times?
I'll take your word for it.
I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of technical wrestling here. I think you're going to see two guys, big guys, just beating the living crap out of each other.
Yeah, we got a barn burner here. This is just going to be an all-out brawl. I'm going to be honest with you. If I were Fred Avery wrestling my last match against a guy with the attitude problem like Julian Marks, I'd cheat a little. What are they going to do, really?
Absolutely.
Right over the rope, clothesline. Look, he's so proud of himself, and he should be. He's had a legendary wrestling career.
Nice little pose for the crowd.
Crowd solidly behind Fred Avery.
And it's all about having fun here at CCW. If you've never been to CCW Live, you're missing out. Isn't that right, Eric?
Oh, you have no idea. We have Stampede coming up in January. Make sure you get your tickets for that. It's going to be huge, but for right now, we got Fred Avery stalking Julian Marks. He's doing the count for the ref. Fred Avery might have a career as a referee when this is all over.
Hey, as long as he can count to 10, right? I mean,
he started the count over, I think, just to help him out. He's going to just take a breather over in the corner. Why not?
Why not, you know? He's earned it. That's what you do in the middle of a wrestling match, isn't it, Eric?
I mean, the Union States, you get a 5-minute break every hour.
Well, heck, boxers get a break every round.
Oh, is that the sport where they cover their hands with gloves and prance around?
Exactly, they get breaks.
Oh. Just step on him, why don't you?
And the crowd's having fun with this one. That's all I can really say.
I think Avery stepped in something. I think he's got something stuck to his shoe right now.
Yeah, he'll have to clean that one when he gets back.
Referee's having a hard time keeping control of this match. How many times in a wrestling match have you seen an ear twist?
Not too often, but here at CCW we can see anything.
This is where hardcore and tradition meet. I suppose this is somewhere in the middle?
Something like that.
Just making him look silly in that ring. Winding up. What do we got?
Oh, man. Right to the floor.
That's a bionic elbow if I ever saw one.
Wow.
It's a shame we have a time limit on this match. I could watch this all night.
He's stomping every nook and cranny. Mayhem Julian Marks is just trying to catch a breather yet again. I mean, what would his strategy be? I mean, What do you do against a guy like Fred Avery?
Yeah, Fred Avery just doesn't care. It's his last match.
Guess it's kind of like going into the office on your last day. What do they do? Ruffle a few papers on the desk, you know. Nice lock up here. Reversal after reversal. Nice fireman's by Julian.
You got a pin? One? Well, kind of one. Oh, back to that brawl, and I think Marks has just had about enough right now.
Well, you know, you got to get the experience, obviously. Avery caught him with a low blow. Nice desperation move by Avery, but of course, a veteran move.
I think he pulled his leg. He's saying he pulled a muscle in his leg, maybe? It's hard to see. Oh. What would you call that?
Kick to the butt? I don't know. It looks like he's going for the cover, but Marks with the ropes.
I don't know if I were Marks. I think I'd just let him pin me.
I tell you what, the longer this match goes, it's going to have to favor the youngster Julian Marks, but of course, the experience, without a shadow of a doubt, goes to Fred Avery.
Oh. Oh. Forearm shots right across the temple. Mayhem just defenseless.
Nice elbow. This is.
I don't think you can be that casual and pin Mayhem. I think he's going to have to work him out a little bit more.
Mayhem sends him to the ropes. Clothesline, but couldn't even knock the big machine down.
He threw a clothesline and he went down.
He got him in. The crowd solidly behind Avery. This is our featured match this week on CCW. You're watching Superstars of the Ring.
Ref ordered him to get out of the corner. Nobody home.
What's he got? He's going for the... He got the hard punch in. That's all she wrote. Here's your winner.
Continental Championship Wrestling.
Have you ever dreamed of crowds chanting your name? Would you like to enjoy the exciting life of being a professional wrestler? Continental Championship Wrestling exists to help make your dreams a reality. In business for over 25 years, Continental Championship Wrestling has been the starting point of many careers that have spanned into the worlds of World Championship Wrestling, TNA, New Japan, and the WWE. Regardless of your age, size, or athletic ability, we are willing to work with you to bring out your best. Learn today from some of the most amazing talent in professional wrestling.
What an incredible match. Fred Avery, what an incredible career. Kind of just ruled the roost there. He showed exactly what made him such a special, legendary entertainer here in professional wrestling and here in Continental Championship Wrestling. Kind of made Julian Marks, I don't know, look like a rookie there. What do you think?
It was his night. Yeah, he came finally to the forefront of he was at the top of his game. He goes at the top of his game. I'm happy for it, but it still was great in the 90s, so let's talk about something else.
Just disrespectful, so.
It's not disrespectful.
It's so disrespectful.
You don't know what disrespectful is. Disrespectful is the crap that happened in Abbeville last week. That was disrespectful.
Oh, are you still upset about when the Canine Carnage and the winning and you guys losing and then went home with the belts?
No, I'm not angry about it. No, I didn't say I was angry. I said it was disrespectful.
When you lost?
No, how they lost, how they won. They're disrespectful.
But
They blindsided Anderson. Left me by myself with 2 6-foot behemoths.
Who won the match?
Canine Carnage.
Is that who won? I know who won.
I did it.
I just like hearing you say who won the tag team championship. Just makes me feel good.
We'll talk about this in 6 months again. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
We'll see where we go. We'll see where Canine Carnage is, and we'll see where me and Anderson are.
Well, he's talking about the future. Right now, I want to talk about the past.
The past.
After Fred Avery's last match,
Past.
we caught up to him, tried to get some words from him, and let's just go to this week's interview. Fred Avery, a little bit of a retirement speech this week.
CCW. The other night, Callahan, Florida, I retired. It was my last time as an in-ring competitor in the professional wrestling world. 28 years is a long time, like I said earlier, but it was time to give it up. It's time to move on. What am I going to do next? I'm not really sure. I don't know where that road's going to take me. But when it does happen, when I decide what I'm going to do, you guys at CCW will be the first ones to know. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I appreciate the fans. The promotion has been a great promotion to work for. And, you know, I just can't think about what it would have been like, my career, what it would have been without CCW being involved in it. And I thank you guys.
Welcome back to Superstars of the Ring. Again on the phone.
Get on the phone.
Did you even listen to Fred Avery's speech?
Did I need to? He's gone. What'd he say?
You're so disrespectful.
Bullet point for me. Because what'd he say? What could he have said that we didn't already know? He won his retirement match against Julian Mayhem.
Oh, you know what?
And he's out.
That's kind of funny. Fred Avery won his last match. Who won your last match?
Who won my last match?
Yeah, you know, the match you were in. And you were in a match in Abbeville. My memory's a little hazy. It was you, Daniel Anderson, who were the tag team champions. And you guys faced off against Canine Carnage. Who won that match?
Canine Carnage. What is your point?
No, I just like hearing you say it. It's just...
What is your point?
It's one of my... No, there's no point. It's just me. I like hearing that you fell into a championship and then you promptly
lost. How did I fall into a championship?
Were you in that original match when Future Evolution won the tag team championship?
Yeah, that was planned since WrestleBash.
So Jonathan
Wells...
There's a plan. Jonathan Wells knows about it then. He's in on this?
Jonathan Wells?
He's the guy whose slot you basically stole.
What?
And then you lost the championship.
Who is Jonathan Wells?
You got pinned.
Yes, I did. I got attacked by 2 large human beings. They're not even human beings. I don't think they speak English. You ever heard them speak English?
No. But
they
what
go,
I do...
Woof, woof.
And they also...
And all those idiots in the crowd go, woof, 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 woof. Who cares?
I bet they know how to count to at least 3. Because that night, we saw a 1, a 2, and 3. We have
in 6 months. Ask where they're at and where me and Anderson are at. We'll come back to this. Earmark it.
All right. Noted.
Yeah.
6 months from now.
6 months.
We're going to look back on this.
And we'll see.
Okay.
Because there's a plan in place. There's a plan in place from WrestleBash, and there's a plan in place till next WrestleBash.
So your plan involved going after the Southern States Championship and getting a petition, and then ditching that, kicking Jonathan Wells out of Future Evolution, and then losing the Tag Team Championship, and then dressing like a big green bouncy ball.
You said that before. That's
I'm just
like it wasn't.
It's a great plan. You guys seem to really know what you're doing here. Boy, Diamond Dave is doing great things for you guys.
You're so annoying.
Anyways, next week, are you excited about next week? We're going to find out what's going on with the CCW Heavyweight Championship.
Just tell me now.
Well, I'm going to tell you next week, so you can
Tell
tune
me
in
now.
with everybody else.
I'll be here. I'm on
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
booked next week.
You are booked next
Yes.
week. Maybe dress up a little bit. Have some respect
maybe
for
you
yourself.
dress up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways, next week we're going to have a huge announcement concerning Stampede, which is our big show coming up in January in just a few more weeks. Big 20-man over-the-top rope battle royal. It's going to have huge implications with the CCW Heavyweight Championship.
Good plan.
I know what's going on. I can't wait to share it with everybody else. We're just ironing out the few minor details to go along with that, but we're going to have some big breaking news for you next week. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
Cool, I'll tell you next week. We're going to see you guys next week on Superstars of the Ring. For this week, I am Eric Snook.
Go on, say it.
Former #1 contender for the Southern States Championship, and former one half of the tag team champions, Alistair Diamond. We'll
Never
see
been a champion. Eric Snook. We'll see you next week.